through and pulling these pin bones out. There's one row of pin bones that runs down kind of the top third of the fish. Right there is the row of bones. You can kind of see them. We're going to grab a hold of it and pull backwards and plug it out. All right, once we got all the pin bones out, we're going to put a light coat of salt and pepper on it, a dab of butter on each one. It's going to be skin side down. And to give it a little bit of juice and that citrus flavor, we're going to squeeze a half a lemon over this section. That's going to be incredible. It's perfect. We're going to take 2 batches of green onions and we're going to slice them up to put into the dip. You can adjust the amount of green onions for your recipe depending on how much salmon you do. We're going to put our salmon on for our smoked salmon dip. 350 for about 8 to 10 minutes. We wanted to get a little bit more firm than what we normally eat it at. Really excited to share this smoked salmon dip recipe with you. We smoked our salmon for about 10 minutes on the grill. We've got all of our ingredients laid out. We're making about 3 pounds today. The recipe that we're going to put in the link is going to call for about 8 ounces. Hope you guys enjoy. We're really excited to share it with you. Making sure that we leave the skins behind. Beautiful piece of fish. We're going to start adding our salmon in. Once we get several pieces in, we're going to take it and we're going to start kind of crunching it up, just chopping it up. The salmon dip is going to be almost like a paste you're going to put on a cracker. If you put it all in there and then start trying to chop it, I found that it doesn't chop up as finely like we want. So we're going to go a little bit at a time. You don't have to get completely all the chunks out, just the majority of it. When we start adding the other ingredients and start mixing it, it'll all start getting right. All right, next thing we're gonna do is add our softened cream cheese. We're gonna add about half of it, mix it up, and then we'll add some more. All right, I'm gonna add the green onions now. Keep in mind that when you start adding your green onions, you can always add more. You can't ever really pick it out and take away. So add some, mix it up, see if it's to your liking. If you need to add more, then add more. Once we get the onion and the cream cheese mixed in, we're gonna add the juice from 1 lemon. And give that a mix. Next thing we're going to add in is our salt and pepper. Salt and pepper to taste. We're going to add about half the salt that we want and half the pepper that we want. Then we're going to mix it up. Give it a little taste and see where we're at. If we want to add more, we can add more. Remember, you can't take it out once you add it in. Next thing we're gonna add is our prepared horseradish. You can adjust this how you want. It's just to give it a little bit of heat. We're gonna add it in, we're gonna mix it up. Next thing we're gonna add in is a little bit of hot sauce. Not gonna add a whole lot of it, just a little bit drizzled over, and we're gonna give that a good mix. We've added a lot of ingredients, mixed as we've gone. One of the key things you have to do when you get done is give it a really, really good mix to make sure everything is evenly spread out in it. That way you don't have one bite that's got a little more hot sauce. You want it evenly spread as much as possible. So a really good thorough mixing will keep that going. Once you get done mixing it up, it's a lot better once you chill it. All right, and for the final ingredient, we're gonna add some fresh green and red peppers from the garden. Gives a little bit of color, a little bit of crunch, and a whole lot of flavor. You can leave this out if you're not a green pepper or red pepper fan, but it sure gives it a nice flavor to it. And we're gonna once again mix it up good, chill it, eat this on crackers. You can make a salmon ball out of it, put it in a bowl and eat it. Absolutely wonderful dish. We're gonna give you a couple optional spices to put in just for if you want a different flavor to it. We enjoy cayenne pepper. We'll add a little dash of cayenne pepper in it. There's some lemon pepper that you can put in it. You could also put a blackening seasoning in it. Some crushed red pepper flakes. Whenever you get this done, you can add whatever flavor that you would like to it. Just depends on what you're in the mood for. All right, one of the reasons we made so much today, we have some wonderful friends that we like to share our salmon with from Alaska. Their kids actually go to school with Trey, our son. We're going to share some with them today. They don't know that it's coming, so we're gonna put them a little dish together and deliver it to them today in Car Rider Line. 3 snack trays with crackers, our homemade smoked dip, we're gonna be giving to our friends today. Hope they enjoyed it as much as we do. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to our channel. We've got more stuff coming next week, so stay tuned.